horror. A gunman opens fire on parishioners in Texas, killing 2 before fellow churchgoers take him down.
We're going to need help with patient care.
The attack caught on the church's live stream. The heroes who jumped in to help, stopping the shooting in just 6 seconds.
Also this morning, new details on that horror at a Hanukkah party. A man stabbing 5 people at a rabbi's home before escaping. The moment he's finally arrested, as New York's governor calls this an act of domestic terrorism.
Holiday storm alert as millions get ready to travel for the new year. Blizzard conditions causing chaos. Up to 20 inches of snow burying North Dakota. This bus sliding on the ice. Now, 20 states face alerts as that major storm moves east.
Out of control. More than 100 wildfires tearing through Australia. 30,000 people told to flee. Koalas in danger. And now is that famous Sydney New Year's fireworks display in jeopardy.
Breaking overnight, Congressman and civil rights icon John Lewis revealing he's battling stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The latest details as he asks for prayers.
Zac Efron's medical emergency. The actor reportedly facing a life-threatening illness, airlifted for treatment while filming his new show. His recovery and message for fans this morning.
And rocking into New Year's Eve, Ryan Seacrest here live, spilling all on his big show right here in Times Square as we get ready to roar into 2020.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Hey, it took a little Pitbull to get me dancing this morning. Good morning, America. Great to have you with us as, yes, we count down to the new year.
I was not aware of this, but they rehearsed the New Year celebration in Times Square to the point that they actually even do a practice confetti drop.
Everything's got to work.
I did not know this, so I guess they had to do a practice cleanup as well, but this is just the practice you're seeing right here.
You know who wasn't doing any of the cleanup? Ryan Seacrest. But we know he's getting ready for the big party. He will be joining us live with all the details, all those secrets on the big show.
Yeah, it's his 15th year. Can you believe that? We're
amazing.
looking forward to all of those details. But first, we do have a lot of news to get to, starting with the investigation into that terrifying shooting at a Texas church. A gunman killing 2 parishioners before armed security volunteers killed the shooter. Marcus Moore is outside that church in Texas with all the latest. Good morning, Marcus.
Amy, good morning. This attack lasted just seconds before the gunman was taken down during that hail of gunfire, all of it inside a packed sanctuary, and a camera was rolling the entire time. Live stream video captures the moment a gunman wearing a dark hoodie emerges from a back pew, drawing his gun and firing inside this Texas church during Sunday morning service. The gunshots sparking panic in the pews. Worshippers seen ducking for cover. One man covering his wife with his own body. 6 seconds into the shooting, 2 members of the church security team returned fire, hitting the gunman, dropping him to the ground. The 911 calls came shortly before 11 a.m.
Active threat, 1900 South Las Vegas Trail.
Inside the church, at least 5 other parishioners pulled out handguns and carefully approached the fallen gunman. One man kicks away his gun and picks it up.
It was a sad thing that he had to come into the congregation and hurt people, and it's a sad thing that we had to hurt him.
We're going to need help with patient care.
2 churchgoers and the gunman were killed.
The citizens who were inside that church undoubtedly saved 242 other parishioners.
One woman said her mother, a longtime member of the church, saw the suspect and noticed something was wrong.
The shooter was sitting next to my mother. She knew from growing up at the church that she didn't recognize this gentleman.
Outside, law enforcement secured the area as parishioners, visibly shaken, consoled one another.
We lost 2 great men today, but it could have been a lot worse.
Today, evil walked boldly among us. And let me remind you, good people raised up and stopped it.
There is no word on a motive this morning. According to authorities, the gunman has had run-ins with police in the past, but no details have been released. Leaders here praising the actions of those church members as heroic for stopping this attack so quickly. Whit.
And as that man pointed out, could have been a lot worse. Marcus Moore for us this morning. Thank you. Another religious community is searching for answers after a terrifying attack. 5 people stabbed at a rabbi's home during a Hanukkah party with a large machete. New York's governor calling it an act of domestic terrorism. The suspect now in custody. Stephanie Ramos has more from Muncie, New York. And Stephanie, this is just the latest in a series of anti-Semitic attacks in the New York area.
It is, Whit, and the governor says so far there have been 13 anti-Semitic attacks in New York. Here in Muncie, families were celebrating Hanukkah when they say a man barged into the home right behind me and started attacking them. They say this all could have been so much worse had they not fought back, forcing him to run off. Overnight, police releasing this surveillance video showing the arrest of 38-year-old Grafton Thomas, the man accused of attacking 5 people during Hanukkah celebrations this weekend. Police say the suspect was covered in blood.
Report multiple people stabbed.
The governor of New York is calling this an act of domestic terrorism. It was just around 10 p.m. Saturday. Families gathered at the home of a New York State rabbi for the 7th night of Hanukkah when a man burst in holding a machete.
I need a crew for stabbing victims.
Those inside describing a scene of terror.
I ran into the other room because I tried to save my life. I saw him running down this way.
Just swinging his sword, knife, I don't know what it was, back and forth, hitting people.
One of the 5 stabbed is in critical condition with a skull fracture.
Why'd you do it?
Police say the suspect ran from the home and headed toward the nearby synagogue. The Community Public Affairs Council posting this surveillance video, which they say shows the suspect leaving the scene.
I saw him going into his car. I followed him to make sure that he doesn't go into the synagogue.
Appearing in court in a white plastic jumpsuit, the suspect is now charged with 5 counts of attempted murder. Overnight, Thomas's family releasing a statement saying Grafton Thomas has a long history of mental illness and hospitalizations. He has no history of violent acts and no convictions for any crime. He has no known history of anti-Semitism. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo condemning the attack, which he says is part of a pattern. This, the 13th incident in New York State in the past month.
We have increased security in this state. I think it's time to step up the law enforcement.
And earlier this month, 3 people were killed after a shooting at this kosher grocery store in New Jersey. The FBI is working to gain access to all of Thomas's online accounts, his devices, to figure out a motive. Thomas is due back in court this Friday. His bond has been set at $5 million. TJ.
All right, Stephanie, thank you so much. We want to turn to some nasty weather now. Winter storms affecting millions of people. This is what we're dealing with. Tornadoes in the south, ice in the northeast, blizzards in the plains. We want to turn to our Ginger Z. She's outside with the latest. Ginger, a lot of people hoping for a white Christmas, but it's going to be a mess of a New Year's. We don't want that.
That's right. Going into 2020, we got to make a statement with the weather. And this morning, 100,000 customers in Ohio alone are without power because of gusts up to 70 miles per hour near Columbus. Look at that, though. Alerts anywhere from Nebraska up through Maine. We're going to be worried about ice and travel going into tonight and tomorrow, guys. Trudging through 1.5 feet of snow, gusts over 60 miles per hour, a blizzard taking over the northern plains this holiday weekend. In Humboldt, South Dakota, abandoned cars littering Interstate 90. People in Mitchell trying to push their vehicles back onto the road. In North Dakota, emergency crews and plows out in full force. Blanketed in 1 foot of snow, this Fargo neighborhood buried. In Iowa, ice covering the roads. This car spinning out, crashing into several vehicles before coming to a stop. And in Mississippi, 7 reported tornadoes. This large shed destroyed, part of the roof blown off, insulation scattered into the trees. Several semis damaged in the storms. This tractor trailer flipped, another flattened. So here in New York City, it's rain and even a rumble of thunder possible today. But watch what happens just north of us. It's going to look like this. The ice that was coating the roads in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, that took that bus that had a coach and athletes on it sliding across the road. Thankfully, nobody was hurt there, but the roads were turned so icy from that freezing rain. And I think we could see that, especially interior New England and any of the northern Appalachian Mountains. You got to see there, Vermont, of course, New Hampshire could end up with some snow in the highest elevations and then just wind here. I'm telling you, by tomorrow, it is going to be much colder and windy. Most of the coast is going to stay dry going into the New Year's, but New Year's Eve and even Chicago going to see some slowdowns when it comes to snow and wind from tonight through tomorrow if you're traveling. Whit.
All right, people not looking forward to that. Ginger, thank you so much. We want to get to new details this morning on the U.S. military strikes in Iraq and Syria, targeting a militia blamed for the attack that killed an American contractor Friday. Our James Longman has the very latest for us this morning. James, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Whit. These were what the U.S. Defense Department called precision defensive strikes. F-15 Strike Eagles hit 5 sites in western Iraq and eastern Syria. The target was a group called Kataib Hezbollah. It's an Iranian-backed militia and a designated terror group. Iraqi security services say at least 25 of its fighters were killed and more than 50 injured. Now, all this is in response to Friday's attack on an Iraqi base when more than 30 rockets were fired, killing a U.S. contractor and wounding other personnel. The U.S. has long accused Iran of cultivating and supporting U.S.-designated terror groups across the Middle East. Secretaries of State and Defense Mike Pompeo and Mark Esper flew to President Trump's Florida home to brief him on the operation. And Pompeo said these latest strikes show the U.S. will not tolerate actions that put American lives at risk. And the State Department has not ruled out any further action. Amy.
All right, James Longman, we appreciate the latest on that. The president, as you mentioned, is in Mar-a-Lago firing off angry tweets as the impeachment standoff shows no signs of letting up. Rachel Scott has more now from Florida this morning. Good morning, Rachel.
Amy, good morning. Yes, President Trump will be heading into an election year still locked in this battle over impeachment. Lawmakers are continuing to argue over the ground rules of a Senate trial, but no real signs of progress. And the uncertainty over this trial has aggravated the president. He has repeatedly lashed out at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi for withholding the articles of impeachment. Pelosi, though, is standing firm. She says she will not take that next step until the Senate reveals the structure for a trial. And all of this boils down to witnesses. Democrats want top aides to testify. Republicans are making no guarantees. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he cannot move forward until he has those articles of impeachment in hand. Well, lawmakers won't be back in Washington until after the start of the new year. Amy?
And Rachel, one of the witnesses Democrats want to call is the president's acting chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney. There are new reports this morning shedding some light about his role in delaying that security aid to Ukraine.
That's right, Amy. A New York Times report is revealing just how involved Mulvaney was in executing the president's demands to freeze that military aid to Ukraine, inquiring about the funds weeks before the president's now infamous phone call with the leader of Ukraine that triggered the impeachment investigation. Now, the New York Times also reports that top aides tried to convince the president back in August to release the funds, but that is something that was not done until September after Congress had already started its investigation. Amy?
All right, much more to come. Rachel Scott, thanks so much, TJ.
All right, we turn now to that outpouring of support for Congressman John Lewis, the civil rights pioneer and longtime Georgia congressman, announced he's being treated for stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The 79-year-old said in a statement, "I have been in some kind of fight for freedom, equality, basic human rights for nearly my entire life. I have never faced a fight quite like the one I have now." He adds that doctors tell him he has a fighting chance. He says this was called during a routine doctor visit. He's also vowing to keep fighting for his constituents. He has no plans to step down from Congress. He is asking for your prayers, however. Among the well-wishers, former President Barack Obama, along with Bernice King, the daughter of Martin Luther King Jr., who tweeted this picture of Lewis marching beside her father in 1966. And she writes, "I am praying for him and encouraged by the knowledge that he is a legendary fighter. Fight on, sir."
True icon. People on both sides of the aisle definitely praying for him this morning.
He is a titan of the civil rights movement. So
no question.
Another fight on his hands. Yeah.
We do want to turn now to new details on that plane crash in Louisiana that left 5 people dead, including a sports reporter. Investigators racing to determine what caused the plane to fall out of the sky just seconds after takeoff. Kaylee Hartung is in Lafayette, Louisiana with more. Kaylee, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. As this community grieves, a painful reminder of the tragedy in the field behind me, a debris field of more than a quarter mile. The charred wreckage of this plane presenting challenges to investigators as they try to determine what happened and why.
Less than a minute after takeoff from the Lafayette Regional Airport.
Oh my God!
A twin-engine plane with 6 on board, headed to the LSU playoff football game, crashed and erupted into flames.
And then it went straight, and then the plane just blew up.
Among those who died on board, 30-year-old Carly McCord, a New Orleans sports reporter and daughter-in-law of LSU's offensive coordinator Steve Ensminger, seen here wiping away tears before Saturday's game. Despite getting the news just hours before the game, he managed to help coach the team to a record-breaking win over Oklahoma. This morning, McCord's husband Stephen Ensminger Jr. sharing his heartbreak, explaining that the pair was supposed to drive to the Peach Bowl together, but at the last minute, he couldn't get off work. He had to be sedated in the hospital after hearing the news, telling ABC, My world fell apart. The crash killed 5 on board, including Gretchen Vincent and her teenage son Walker. One person survived, critically injured.
This guy next to me was like, oh my gosh, there's a survivor. So I was like, what? So we got closer and they pulled a guy out of the burning flame.
Flight data shows the plane climbing to 900 feet, but then a steep downward turn. Controllers sounding the alarm, getting no response from the pilot. The plane barely clearing an apartment building before striking power lines and crashing into the post office parking lot below.
The wreckage is in pretty tough shape between impact damage and fire damage. So there's not a lot to work with.
There will be a months-long investigation into what went wrong here. But Carly's husband tells me knowing how this happened won't bring his wife back. He's turned his attention to honoring the memory of the feisty and passionate woman he loved. Her funeral services are being planned for this weekend. Whit.
Just an awful tragedy. Kaylee Hartung for us. Thank you. And another deadly plane crash in a Maryland neighborhood near Washington, D.C. Officials say one person died when a small plane slammed into a home and burst into flames. No reports of injuries on the ground. The sole victim is believed to be the pilot. The NTSB is now investigating.
Well, they say, of course, football is a game of inches. It's a game of inches and Skittles. Let me explain. All right, the NFL playoffs are set. The big game last night, though, the Seahawks against the 49ers, and it marked the return of Marshawn Lynch. Right, he played for the Seattle Seahawks many, many years ago. He scored a big touchdown there, but he was known for eating Skittles on the sideline. Well, after he scored this touchdown, what did the fans do? They started littering the field with, yep, you bet, Skittles as a part of their celebration. The celebration, however, was short-lived because the Seahawks had a chance to win this game at the very end at the goal line. This is the play. They connect with the tight end at the goal line. Now look at this. They had to review it. This ball was an inch or two from that goal line. Seahawks lose.
Whoa.
They don't just lose this game, guys.
Oh.
Now this makes the 49ers the division champs, #1 seed, and they get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So a couple of inches made all the difference last night.
That's my team. Sorry, not sorry. 49ers. We've had a painful couple of years, so now we got the big turnaround.
This was a great game.
It was a good game.
Were we all
it's a good
asleep
rivalry.
at the end of this?
Definitely asleep. Definitely asleep.
Yeah.
Your team, right?
I know. I saw the beginning, but I had to shut it down at some point.
All right, we are following a lot of other stories this morning. Next, that medical scare for Zac Efron, his health emergency while filming a show called Killing Zac Efron, and what he is now revealing.
Also, the wildfire emergency in Australia. More than 100 fires burning. But will now the famous New Year's Eve fireworks display take place?
And the investigation underway after that deadly tourist helicopter crash in Hawaii. But first, let's go back to Ginger. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Amy. You know this woman. This is Val's
Oh, my
picture
goodness,
from
yes.
Los Angeles. So she's at home visiting, and she said the snow-capped mountains just so beautiful. Well, they're also a little treacherous on the roads, and that's going to happen again today. So I just wanted to warn everybody with that, as beautiful as it can look, you do have some wind advisories, especially north of LA, Santa Barbara included there. Some heavy snow up near Big Bear possible. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, though, the Select City, sponsored by Consumer Cellular.
If you just want a slice of pizza, you don't buy the whole pie. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why pay for more than you need? For as low as $20 a month, you can get talk, text, and data from Consumer Cellular with no contract and connections on the nation's largest wireless networks. You'll also receive award-winning support. Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service again. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get a $25 credit on any new line of service. Call, go online, or find us at Target.
Rain and fog for your morning rush, but temperatures will be pretty mild. In fact, we'll see our high temperature today around noon to 1 o'clock. We'll have rain chances ending by 2 p.m., but could have a few rumbles of thunder. Areas D.C. on south and east will drop to 58 degrees by 7 p.m. as we clear out. And clearing out for your day tomorrow, the high 52 on New Year's Eve day, 48 the high temperature for the first day of 2020. Next weather maker moving in Friday, the end of the work week, the high 59.
With us.
That is amazing. You want to see something amazing? Go to Hilton instead of a travel site and you'll experience a whole new range of emotions. Like the relaxing feeling of knowing you're getting the best price. These will work. The utter delight of free Wi-Fi. Oh man, this is